big races and more Super 2 and Super 3. All right,
Anton,
we are
you're playing Call of Duty tonight?
live. Hey, Scotty, what's that?
I just asked Anton if he's playing Call of Duty tonight.
It all depends what the wake-up time is, but I reckon I might sneak a few plunders in there for you.
Yeah, we want to play Plunder. All right, we'll play Plunder when we go.
Nah.
What are you going to be playing, Lee?
I don't know.
Frogger?
Probably burning up the internet somehow.
Hey, don't use the internet. I need it.
We've got to use the free Wi-Fi.
No, don't. Use your 4G, please.
All right. To anyone new here, I'm going to take some questions live from the journalists, and hopefully with a bit of time at the end, we might take a couple of questions from the fans on Facebook as well. Thanks for joining us. We've got tonight's winner, Scott McLaughlin, pushed all the way by Lee Holdsworth and Anton De Pasquale. I might just get things going. Scott, that was really, really exciting. Firstly, just talk us through that battle when everyone emerged out of the pits. It looked like fun from TV. What was it like in the driver's seat?
Yeah, the start and the battles, coming out of the pits and stuff, we're full on. Yeah, really, really awesome racing. I guess, you had the different tyre life and hot tyres, cold tyres, hards, softs. It spices things up. And thankful, our strategy was fast enough. We were on the hard and soft. We used obviously one soft. Some people haven't used soft at all. Some people use two. So we're able to maximise what we had, and we stuck to our guns, and really proud to bring home a result.
Hey, Lee, I'll take a question from Andrew Van Leeuwen, motorsport.com on this topic. He says, Lee, are you dirty that you couldn't hold Scotty off, or the grip just wasn't quite up to temperature yet when you came out of the pits? Talk us through that battle from your point of view.
Yeah, BL. Yeah, I was. Look, our pit stop probably wasn't one of the fastest ones, but so yeah, a little bit disappointed with that. But yeah, all we needed was probably another half a second, and just to give us that little bit of the comfort zone coming in through 3. Because I think if I had been able to hold them off through 3, then probably would have been okay. Given I had fresher tyres than the both of them, so. Yeah, it was pretty disappointing, and especially when you run a strategy like we did on softs the whole race, you really want to get that win, and that was what we were going for, but it didn't happen. Scotty did a great job, as well as Anton, and hey, yeah, I'm not completely disappointed, that's for sure, because podiums are awesome, and yeah, pretty happy to bring home P2.
Yeah, well done. A question from Craig Ravel. It's actually from Inside Supercars for both yourself and Anton. I'll throw it to Anton first to get you involved. Are you going to struggle tomorrow now that you've played the soft tyre card early, similar to what Lee was saying, or do you think you'll still be fast anyway?
I don't know. I haven't ran the hard tyre yet, so I think we'll find out tomorrow. You can make a lot of people made it work for a decent result, so that's what we'll be going for. Obviously, probably podiums and wins and all that stuff is going to be out of the question, but to get decent results, end the weekend with a podium and some good results and good points, that's all we need. So Dave will obviously have good tyres for tomorrow, so he'll be the one chasing the podiums and stuff like that. So we'll hopefully make it work as a team and see what we've got at the end of it.
Do you feel the same, Lee? Do you think tomorrow's going to be a really tough day now that you've gone so hard today?
Well, if we had the pace that Scotty did on hards, we'd be all right. But, qualifying is where we're going to really struggle. We don't have any softs to throw at it, so we're expecting we probably won't qualify too well. But yeah, hopefully the hards hold up and we can race through and have better deg than the guys on softs and come through, in the second halves of each stint.
Don't want to talk all night about tyres, but just to close the loop from Dan Herrero, Speed Cafe. Scotty, how will you fare tomorrow after what you've used today?
Say again, sorry, mate.
How will you fare tomorrow after using a bit of the soft tyre today?
I'm pretty happy. We used one set in qualifying, just on one lap, and then obviously the race then. And then, yeah, we've got a freshie for tomorrow, which I think, our pace is really good in quali, so I think we can potentially run, that same set and still put ourselves in a pretty good spot in both race 2 and 3. So, yeah, we'll see.
From Craig Ravel, I'll throw this one to Anton. Much difference between the permanent and temporary lighting? Can you notice much of the difference in light out there?
No, to be honest, once you get going, you hardly even remember it's dark. The lights are quite good. There's nothing that's all your markers and everything that you have from the dry running are there. So it actually just probably feels a bit more comfortable with the heat and everything in the car. But other than that, to me, it all feels pretty much the same. So
did it feel any different to the last time we went night racing at all?
Yeah, there's a big step up in lighting from last time. Just the way they've done the lighting, especially on the main straight, the one and everything's very stadium-like. And then that actually carries over to the other side of the track anyway. So the lighting's heaps better than what it was.
I see you nodding along there, Lee. Do you agree with that?
Yeah. Half the track is like daylight. So the new stadium lighting is just amazing. But then we go to the temporary lighting around the back, and that is a heap better than last time. So you don't have the dark spots. You know, there's no real inconsistencies around the back. But it is definitely a change from the stadium lighting, as you can expect. But I think they've done a great job.
Scotty from Dan Herrero, were you surprised not to be fighting with SVG in that second stint, given you started on the same row together?
No, not really, because I knew he went long. So I was like, with the soft tire, I got the undercut, which is sometimes up to 3 seconds a lap. So, yeah, I knew that would be, if he did come out after a while, if he came out and pitted just as we pitted, he would have been in front of it and then in front of us. But, yeah, I figured after a few laps, when I knew that he hadn't pitted, I'm like, oh, well, we're probably going to be just racing Lee and Anton here.
Scott, another one from Oliver Caffrey from AAP. You're obviously very close to Peter Brock's win tally at the moment. What would it mean to you to be able to draw level or get ahead this weekend?
It's awesome. You know, every driver's dream to be competitive in a race series and be as good as you can be. And I've been very lucky to have a great car the last few years and got a number of my wins with these guys, but also the teams before. And I'm just thankful. I've had some really good people teach me along the way, my mum and dad, but also, you know, my engineers, Richard Holway from GRM and now Ludo and Richard and Richard Harris. So, yeah, I've just been really lucky to have some good people with me. And, hopefully we can, pass that sooner rather than later, because that means we're going well. But, really proud achievement for myself and my family.
Could you ever get to Jamie's number, or is that like way too high?
No, that's unbelievable. Yeah, he's the greatest of all time for a reason. So I'm sure that record will stand for a long, long time.
From Simon Chapman, throw this one to anyone who wants to hop in. Soft and hard in the same race. Lee, what did you think of that? Is this something you want to see implemented at more tracks?
Yeah, tough question. I think it makes the weekend very difficult, but you sort of have 2 races going on, or 3 races really. So whether or not, I don't know, I haven't seen the coverage yet, but it's all about making it more entertaining. So if it made it more entertaining, then great. It certainly makes it very hard from a driver's perspective and an engineer and team perspective to know the way you're going to play it. Some people, including myself, being the truck assist round, we wanted to get a result for them. So it gives people an opportunity to get new people up on the podium here and there, and that's cool. I think we'll probably have to look at it after the round. I think it's too early to tell.
Scotty, your thoughts on? Yeah, please.
Yeah, the only thing I say, I think it's good, but I think for the shootout, we all needed to be on like a set of tires. Like we should have all got like one set of tires and just used it for that lap. I think, and then we give it back. Like we don't have it for the racing, but I think we need to make it so we're all on the same allocation. You get there on merit. Like you get there on what strategy you do, and if you make it using 2 hards, you make it. But I think it would be cool to see us, all on the same playing field. Chaz is out there qualifying on hards, and I've got green softs. Some people on used softs. Sometimes it happens in normal shootouts, but I think it would be nice to, if we've got these tyres, just give us a set and it's level and everyone just has a crack.
Yeah, I think they did it at 12-hour. You get a quality set just for the shootout if you go through. Anything to add to that, Anton? The boys said it for you.
Yeah, pretty much same thing. Obviously, my shootout wasn't very eventful. I built my 3rd run on those tyres, so they took a bit of life out of them. So I didn't really have a shot at getting up the front, but in hindsight, that's probably what we needed to do to get an ultimately better result today. So it would have been nice to have another set. I think that would probably made everyone less conservative and so on. So it's probably the way to go. But I mean, we'll leave that up to them, and we'll just drive the cars and have fun.
This is a good change of topic from Craig Revel. Do you have too many chances on track limits before warnings are issued? Anyone want to jump on that one?
They're pretty good with all that.
Yeah, is that right, Lee?
Yep.
Yeah, I think the way they're doing it is fine. I mean, they need to look at the circumstance at the same time. If you get pushed out there or whether you just continue to take the piss, as we say. I think they're doing a good job of it.
I'll take some fan questions now on Facebook. Big shout out to everyone watching on Facey right now. From Marcus Ronan to all three drivers, was it good to have the fans back in the stand? Stand, not plural, unfortunately. They're all crammed in that one spot, spread out, obviously. But Scott, was it good to see some people back? Yeah,
it's absolutely awesome to see some flags flying, and the ones on the E Series do the same thing every lap. So it's nice to have some back, supporting the sport, and be it very little, but hopefully things get better and we can all and have heaps of support, come Darwin and all those sort of events.
Lee, it's not the usual fan interaction that we get with the race fans in the pits and autographs and everything, but did you still notice the presence?
It was not really, to be honest, until we pulled up on the grid, because we've got a pit building in front of us before the grandstand, so we don't see them until we get out and sit on the grid. So, but yeah, it was cool. Like Scotty said, when you pull up, I saw Scotty looked up at the crowd, and it made me remember that they were actually there, because usually we have a massive crowd up there, and but yeah, it was brilliant to see some people up there and some cheering going on. Heard people whistling and everything. So that all adds to the atmosphere, and it's adds to the event.
I love this. This is from Cliff Fairbrother. Straight to the point, Scott. How many greens do you have for tomorrow?
I've got 4.
4, one for each wheel. Anthony Handasides to all three drivers. Do you prefer to race at night or day, Anton? Any preference?
It doesn't really matter to me. I mean, obviously the night racing is pretty cool. It's a bit more going on. But what's that?
Just the car.
But it doesn't really change much, mate. We're just a couple of blokes going around a racetrack. Day or night, we're going to have a dip. So it's obviously what's better for TV and entertainment, but from our side of things, we're just having a good time. It doesn't really change too much.
Do you feel, is there any other track, Lee, that you can think of where you go, do you know, because I grew up in Perth, so I was always super excited to see Perth as a night race. Is there anything else to you that you think, do you know, that'd be a cool place to race at night? Maybe Darwin would be cool. We always talked about it up there.
Yeah, Darwin would be awesome. Darwin would be a fantastic race under lights. The plan to race at Gold Coast would also be amazing. Racing around a street circuit at night would just be incredible. It does feel faster at night, so it feels fast enough around a street circuit, let alone throwing some lights and some nighttime in the mix. So yeah, it's going to be amazing when we actually do that event. But Darwin would be a great one.
Nice. All right, boys. That's all the questions that I reckon we've got about time for. I might throw one more in. Just from Darren Mandy, right at the end from Velocity Motorsport. Since we're talking about Darwin, Scott, you're the Triple Crown man from last time. What do you think about back-to-back rounds in Darwin?
Yeah, it's going to be awesome. I wonder if the Triple Crown's up for grabs twice. I don't know. It's one of those deals where it's going to be a lot of fun. If we do 3 races 6 times in turn 1, I'm sure there's bound to be some action at some point along the way. So it's going to be it's always exciting there. Great to see that the fans are going to be allowed. Hopefully, if things don't change and things are things are slowly getting back to normal, which is cool.
Lee, your thoughts on the double triple? Triple Crown.
I think if we do the same sort of format as we're doing this weekend, I think it'd be very difficult to get the Triple Crown.
Yeah.
Now.
Props to anyone who pulls that off.
Yeah. So, but it's such a great place to go. I love going up to Darwin. I love the heat. I love the town and everything like that, and the people up there are cool too. So, great little track. I think it create some awesome racing. So yeah, 2 rounds in a row is going to be cool.
Yeah, I love it. Anton, good luck on COD tonight, brother. Thanks for the chat, lads.
Me
Especially
too.
And Scott, he probably knows a bit more than me.
I'll be playing.
I'm going to hop on Twitch just so I can check that out, I think. See you boys tomorrow. Best of luck. Cheers.
Cheers, mate.
Thanks.
Bye.